Hey everyone, it's Mike from Landon Custom Classics here. Just gonna go over how to properly change a tire, mainly just your lug nuts. I seen a video where they had a device, excuse me, you can put on your impact, and it has 5 different deals. So you can just clip it right on here and put all the lug nuts on the same time. And somebody commented on there, well, then your impact isn't going to torque them all properly like it's supposed to. Well, you don't torque them with an impact. You use a torque wrench, which I got right here, all set up. The torque spec on this car for lug nuts is 150 foot-pounds. So I got that set, 150. Down here you'll have a 0 on your little piece that rolls around. I'm going to line that up right with the bar on 150. There you go. I was on the Newton meter side. Anyway. So I got a good hammer here. I'll show you why here in a second. Got my impact. Though it's not a tool for tire changing, we're going to use it to take these off. So I prefer the 4-way star wrenches, so you can spin them and get them going real fast, and that helps. For smaller people, especially in an emergency, like maybe your wife or something, it is real nice to have the impact in the car so she can break the lug nuts loose in an emergency situation, but it's not recommended. Here, I'll show you what I got in my hand here. I got a handful of nuts. So these lug nuts here are old ones removed from the car. You see, look at that. That's impact damage right there. The impact destroys the little 2-piece cover that's on there. See, these ones, they're in a little better shape. You can tell it's really screwed them up. And if you'd have done it by hand, it probably wouldn't have done that. So here's one. This one's just rusted. This is an actual like solid one that has a chrome coating on it. And the impact probably compromised that chrome coating. But yeah, I'll show you how to get them off when they are like that, because some of these you can't even get the proper wrench on. So let's get to it. I am going to use an impact to take these off, and I'll show you what we got here. I got 5 left. I've already done the other wheels. I haven't torqued the front one because this spot lifts both tires. I bought these. I measured them to where this piece will actually sit pretty much inside my wheel, and just the nice little bevel and the spike hangs out. So I think they look pretty nice on there. It also came with a special socket. These are probably, I think, like 6 splines. Now if you do have splined ones on there instead of your standard lug nuts, these have little points in there. You can actually count the points on the lug nut and go to a lot of local tire shops and stuff and buy the right point socket. So what we'll do is count these. It's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pretty much from what I've seen, any 6 spline socket will fit this. They have 7, 8, whatever. So I think they look a little smoother. I'll show you on here like what I mean. It's not like a regular hex bolt. It just has like little grooves, and it's pretty much cylindrical. They just cut little grooves in it for a special socket. Now I'll tell you, if you have solid lug nuts and you really don't care about them, go ahead and use your impact. Okay, but if you have custom lug nuts, especially like these that are painted black, if you use this, it says not recommended in the box. It doesn't really tell you why. The vibration and pounding of this thing will take the paint off. So we're gonna get these broke loose. Now I gotta wiggle it off that nut. I think this tire actually had the best nuts on it, but I'm gonna leave them on there just a little bit, because you got to sit here and work the stupid thing off. You gotta like kind of spin it in a circle. It'll eventually come off. But like I say, I love this Milwaukee Impact more than anything. And especially like if I'm working on my old pickups and stuff like that. I don't worry about it. But we're doing a custom job on this car, which I know a lot of people use custom lug nuts, styled lug nuts, whatever you want to call them. What you want, you know. If you want to customize your car for your personality, I think these kind of fit me. So, oh, I'm going to take those off, duh. Anyway, get all these off. You can see these ones are fairly good shape, but they got some scuffs and they got some markings on them and they're all messed up. The big thing is tire shops know better and they use an impact and then tell you, oh, well, 3 of your lug nuts was bad, so we had to replace them. We're going to charge you for it. No. They're the one that put the impact on there knowing better. You shouldn't have to pay that bill. My dad's friend even got into a bad one where they were smashing his wheel off with a sledgehammer and they broke his wheel, and they called him and said, hey, we broke your wheel and I think this is like an older pattern, so we can't get you a new one or whatever. So what you're gonna have to do is spend like over $1,000 on a new set of wheels because we broke your fancy wheel. Does that sound right to you? I don't think so. A lot of the thing is, a lot of these wheels lock on pretty good, and a lot of people, when they pound them off, don't realize they should use the hammer onto the rubber instead of the aluminum wheel. So, and a lot of them will pound in the same spot. It actually works better, especially if you got it like this one. You spin this while you hit the rubber with the hammer on the back, and it'll eventually come off. So this one, I take the lug nuts off, I kick it like here, here, and here, and it usually pops off. A lot of people don't realize you can hit it on the front and it does about the same as hitting it on the back. It just depends on how far they sit onto the piece there. Now, I'm going to put all these on by hand, pretty much as deep as they go. And then where these wheels sit on the centerpiece pretty good, I'm just going to let the jack pressure off. But if you're just tightening these on, you're probably going to want to go around with a wrench and snug them up one by one. Even if the wheel spins a little, maybe lean on it, something. Put it down to where there's a little pressure on it so that it won't spin freely, but don't put all the pressure on it because you got to line that wheel up onto the hub. And we're going to let this baby down. Also, make sure you find the right jacking location under there, and you're real careful sliding the floor jack under there because you'll mess things up real bad. You can bend the frame all up under your car and end up getting hurt when it collapses or something. Let's put this the right direction here, and we're going to start on one side here. We're going to do a star pattern, okay? So we start on this one. Don't jerk. Make sure you give it a nice even pull. And then when I get done here, there's not a scratch on these lug nuts. So we can either go here or here. We're gonna go right here. Okay. It's 5, so there is no perfect straight across. On a 6 lug, you'll get that. Okay, so we went that one to that one, now to this one. And then we'll hit that top one, the other top one. Yeah, be real careful. Get these nice and smooth. And just be gentle with them. Because, yeah, you spend good money on custom parts. So, yeah, that's it. All 5 of them are torqued on there. One other thing I want to throw in here. After you drove this a few miles or so, I drive like 3 miles to town and back, so it's about 6 miles. Then you want to recheck them. just to make sure after they've wobbled a little that your nuts didn't seat in there and come loose. So just for safety, make sure you check them twice. So you can even check them twice when you do this. Go back over them just to make sure. Drive her around for a few miles, check them again. So I'll do the other front one on my own, but hope this video helped you out. And if you could, please like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.